The swirl stitch lanyard is yet another variant of the 3x1. It requires 4 pieces of lace, of course, but the measurements are a little different. Your 2 pieces should be the same color and the same length, and you need 2 pieces that are different color, but they can be the same if you want, but these 2 need to be 2/3 the length of one of your long pieces. So keep that in mind, and also we're going to be doing a very weird, a very different starting stitch. This is not the striped wall stitch, it's different than that. So let's start with that right now. Of course, you're going to find all the centers of your pieces of lace, and you're going to start with one of your short pieces, and you're going to let that hang on your finger, and you're going to take the strand behind your finger, bring it over and around to make a loop and a strand. And of course, if you flip it this way, this is a loop and a strand. You're going to push that a little bit to the right, not all the way to the end, but just so you have more space on the left, because you're going to need that in a minute. Now you're going to take your second short piece and you're going to hang that over to the right of the first piece that you just put. And this time you're actually going to take the strand at the front and you're going to bring that behind this strand and around to make a loop and a strand. And back here, it's a loop and a strand, of course. Now you're going to take one of your long pieces. You're going to let that hang right on the far left of your finger. There's a hair, let me move that. And now you're going to take that strand in the front and you're going to bring it behind these 2 pieces here. So I'm going to let that through. And you're going to bring that over around to make a loop and a strand and a loop and a strand here. And now you're going to take your other long piece, and this should come as no surprise. You're going to run it under all 6 of those layers. So the color pattern that you have with all the loops on your finger should mirror each other with whatever colors you're using. And of course, you're gonna reach that one center. Just like that. So once again, no surprise, you bring your left strand over and under to the right at the top. Just like that, and you're going to take your strand on the right, bring that over and under to the left on the bottom. That's over. And make sure that's not twisted either. I'm gonna fix that right now. And before you pull off your finger, make sure that you have something like this. The pattern of colors of your string should be mirroring each other. So right now I have mint green, stratospheric blue, neon yellow, and then neon yellow, stratospheric blue, mint green. And that needs to be the pattern with whatever colors you're using. So that's what you should have. If that's what you have, you should pull, you're safe to pull this off your finger and tighten that up. So there you go. That's your starting stitch. And doing the stitch, these stitches are very interesting. They're very different. They're something that we haven't done before on this channel. First, peek the back. That's your starting stitch. If you want to add a keychain or a key ring, this top piece right here is an easy one to do it on. You can do it on all three, of course. So, doing the stitch, instead of bringing these strands across or diagonally, we're actually going to take these and bring them diagonally. That's why they're the same color as these strands, because once you finish this stitch, these strands are going to become what these strands are. And you're going to take this strand here, you're going to bring that over and under through that loop and keep it on the left. We're going from left to right. I'm going to take the color right next to that. For me is the neon yellow. And you're going to bring that over and under downwards. You're going to do the same thing with this stratospheric blue. Bring that over and under to the top. You're going to take this blue, bring that over and under to the bottom. Bring that over and under to the top. You're going to take this last strand over here. You're going to bring that down. And you're going to pull the stitch together. And now you can see that the yellow is on the outside and now the blue is on the inside. And that's going to keep alternating as you keep making stitches. So I'm going to show you another one of those stitches. We're doing the exact same thing, except the strands are a little moved around now. I'm going to take the top and the bottom on the left and the right, and you're going to bring those across diagonally like this. You're going to take the same color, you're going to bring that over and under through that first loop on the far left. You're going to take your next color, for me that's blue, I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to grab my yellow, I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to take my next yellow and bring that down. I'm going to take my last blue, I'm going to bring that up. I'm going to take my last mint, I'm going to bring that down. And you're going to pull the strands together. And now you can see the blue is now on the outside again, and the yellow is on the inside this time. And the mint always stays on the outside, like no matter what. And you can see the pattern barely starting to show up, but it's there. And each one of these loops is a stitch. Like if you were to count these two, 1, 2 at the top, those are 2 stitches, but if you're going to count these two, 1, 2, those are 2 stitches. So just pick a row that you want to count on whenever you're making your stitches and just count those. But be sure you're not calling this like 1, 2, 3, 4. No. These 2 are the same stitch, and these 2 are the same stitch, okay? So remember that. You're just going to keep doing this stitch until you reach the end of your lanyard, and I'll come back when I'm ready to finish with you all. And if you're still not clear on how to make the stitch, just rewind the video. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I'm now ready to finish. Got this going on, and you're just going to do a regular wall stitch, but don't tighten it up. You've seen me do this finishing stitch many times before, so it should be very known to you. Alrighty. So you know exactly what to do. Bring my strands around underneath through the spot in the middle. And this might be a little bit harder to assess because the colors are mixed up. Because that's your first square, this is your second, and this is your third. Your 2 outer squares have 2 different colors on them. We're going to pull these tight. So there we go. Once your lanyard, your finishing stitch looks like that, and it's nice and tight, you can go ahead and cut the ends off. And toss those out. And there you go. That's the swirl stitch lanyard. I'll put a link in the description to the video that I referenced for this design, because that was the only one I've seen with this specific pattern. And I'll probably most likely go back to my old videos if I haven't credited the original videos that I found them from. I'll put the link in the description for those videos as well. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this lanyard. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.